Tonight, the Texas Department of Public Safety released dashcam video showing the arrest of 28-year-old Sandra Bland. 3 days after her arrest, Sandra Bland was found dead in a jail cell. An autopsy ruled her death a suicide by asphyxiation, but the Waller County District Attorney is handling the case now as a homicide investigation based on procedure. Here is that dashcam video which shows the reason why Sandra Bland was pulled over. It is something that most American drivers do every day. Many may not know that that's against the law anywhere. She changed lanes. You saw her there change lanes on a low traffic road without signaling. In this video that has been edited, this is a portion of the video. It's a 52-minute video in full.
With the Texas Highway Patrol, the reason for your stop is you failed to signal your lane change. You got your driver's license insurance with you? Okay, ma'am. You okay?
I'm waiting on you. This is your job. I'm waiting on you. What do you want me to
Oh,
do?
you seem very irritated.
I am. I really am, because I feel like it's crap for what I'm getting a ticket for. I was getting out of your way. You were speeding up, tailing me. So I move over and you stop me. So yeah, I am a little irritated, but that doesn't stop you from giving me a ticket. So let's continue.
Are you done?
You asked me what was wrong and I told you.
Okay.
So now I'm done, yeah.
Okay. You mind putting out your cigarette, please? Don't mind.
I'm in my car. Why do I have to put out my cigarette?
Well, you can step on out now.
I don't have to step out of my car.
Step out of the car.
Why am I...
Step out of the car.
No, you don't have the right.
Step out of the car.
You do not have the right to do that.
I do have the right. Now step out or I will remove you.
I refuse to talk to you other than to identify myself.
Step out or I will remove you.
I am getting removed for a failure.
Step out or I will remove you. I'm giving you a lawful order. Get out of the car now or I'm going to remove you.
And I'm calling my lawyer.
I'm going to yank you out of here.
Okay, you're going to yank me out of my car?
Get out.
Okay, all right.
25.
Let's do this.
Yeah, we're going to.
Yeah, don't touch me.
Get out of the car.
Don't touch me. I'm not under arrest. You don't have the right to take me
You are under arrest.
I'm under arrest for what?
25.
For what?
7 County FM 1098. Just
For
north
what?
of 290. Send me another unit. Get out of the car. Get out of the car now.
Why am I being apprehended? You trying to give me a ticket
I said
for your failure?
get out of the car.
Why am I being apprehended? You
I'm
just
giving you a
opened my
lawful
car
order.
door. You just
I'm going
opened my
to
car
drag you
door.
out of here.
So you threatening to drag me out of my own car.
Get out of the car.
And then you
I will
stun
light
me?
you up. Get out.
Wow.
Now.
Wow.
Get out of the
Really?
car.
For a failure to signal. You're doing all of this for a
Get
failure
over
to
there.
Right, yeah. Yeah, let's take this to court. Let's do
Go
it.
ahead.
For a failure to signal. Yep, for a failure to signal.
Get off the phone.
On my school.
Get off the phone.
I'm not on the phone. I have a right
Put
to
your
record.
phone
This is
down.
my property. This
Put
is
your
my
phone
property.
down.
Sir?
Put your phone down. Right now. Put your phone down. I'm giving you a lawful order. I will tell
Why am I being arrested?
Turn
Why
around.
Won't you tell me that part?
I'm giving you a lawful order. Turn around.
Why will you not tell me
You are not
what's going
complying.
on? I'm not complying because you just pulled me out of my car.
Turn around.
Are you kidding me? This is some
Put your hands behind your back.
Because you know this is straight and you full of straight That's how y'all is, some scary South Carolina got y'all scared. That's all it is. Scared of a female.
If you would have just listened.
I was trying to sign the ticket. Whatever.
Come on over here.
Have on me. For about to break my wrist. Can you stop? You are about to
Stop moving. Stop now. Stop it.
Stop resisting, man.
Joining us now is Carmen Rowe, an attorney in Houston, Texas, and LaDoris Cordell, a retired judge and former police auditor. Carmen Rowe, I'm struck by that moment on the video when the first time we hear the officer say, "You're under arrest." At that point, did you see anything on the video that was a legitimate grounds for arrest? She's sitting in the car and she's smoking a cigarette, and he tells her to put out the cigarette and she doesn't. And we have, shortly after that, him saying, "You are under arrest."
Absolutely not. I mean, there was no basis for the arrest at that time. And in fact, the purpose of the traffic stop had ended. And so any further detention at that time would have been unlawful and exceeded the scope of the original stop, which was simply a traffic violation.
And so in your view, there's the possibility under Texas law of false arrest there at that moment.
Well, unfortunately not, because in Texas, at the moment that he said she was under arrest, she was required to acquiesce to his show of authority. So even though that arrest was unlawful, and even though his detention was unlawful, once he told her she was under arrest, she had to comply. And if she didn't, she was technically committing the offense of resisting arrest.
The police report that he wrote leaves out, it starts after, in fact, he announced the arrest. It says, "I had Bland exit the vehicle to further conduct a safe traffic investigation." And LaDoris, Cordell, if he starts the police report with her exiting the vehicle, he has left out his first announcement of her being arrested. So this is an arrest report that does not accurately describe the arrest.
That's correct, Lawrence. You know, this dash cam video should be required viewing for every police academy in the country. It is a classic example of how a law enforcement officer let a minor traffic stop get totally out of control. In less than 2 minutes, fewer than 2 minutes, this stop went from a routine traffic stop to hands-on, to pointing a taser, and to finally a takedown by the use of force. And the issue really is ordering her out of the car. The detention for the traffic stop was fine, but when the officer ordered her out of the car, the only way he could do that is if he had a reasonable suspicion that she was involved in criminal activity, which he did not, or if he had a concern for officer safety, that she might be armed. He did not. Or that she were perhaps under the influence of alcohol, which he had no such belief. So the only reason he ordered her out of the car, and this is critical to this entire incident, was because she gave him 2 answers to 2 questions that he asked, answers that he did not like. The first one, "Are you okay? You seem irritated." So she responded. The second was a question, not an order. "Do you mind, or would you mind putting out the cigarette?" And she declined to do so. Based on that, he ordered her out of the car, and in my view, that was entirely unlawful, improper, so that everything that happened thereafter was unlawful.
I want to listen to something he said. The officer Encinia, made a phone call while they were waiting for the car to be towed away after she had been removed from the scene. He made a phone call to a superior, and we hear on this phone call him saying that he was just trying to get her out of the car to sign something, apparently. Let's listen to this part of it.
We were in the middle of the traffic stop, and the traffic stop was not completed. I was trying to get her out over to sign.
Carmen Rowe, I was trying to get her out over to sign. What could he possibly mean by that?
You know, the most troubling thing about this video, in my opinion, is that conversation inside the patrol car. At best, it's disingenuous. At worst, it's lying about the facts that we have just seen unfold. I mean, at the end of the day, he's justifying the reason he got her out of the car. He's justifying the prolonged detention that he made in this case. And he's trying to justify the initial arrest, which, as your other guest has said, was simply baseless at that time.
And LaDoris, Cordell, this is all ultimately, as horrifying as it is to watch, it's ultimately nothing compared to what ends up happening in that jail cell. And what do you expect to be able to find out about that, given what we know about the investigation so far?
Well, first of all, we hope that there are cameras in the jail, and if there's any video, we can find out more. It's clear to me, though, that this stop really was the genesis. This began the downhill fall to the death of Sandra Bland. And it's just, to me, appalling and sad. We have an officer who's basically, in my view, falsified a police report. We have officers talking loudly so it can be recorded, falsifying the events that happened. Well, fortunately, there is dash cam, and we can see it. You know, finally, officers are taught that when you deal with someone whose attitude...
LaDoris, I just want the audience to know that what we're showing now is video of the jail that basically the hallway there was monitored by video, but not the jail cell. And what we saw was the reaction to them discovering her dead body in the jail cell. But go ahead. I'm sorry. Finish your thought.
Sure. Based on that, there clearly needs to be a change of policy, and some cameras should be aimed into the cells. But finally, officers are taught in the academy to rise above people who have bad attitudes. Now, Sandra did not have a positive attitude toward that officer, but that's not a crime. And officers are taught to rise above it, to not be provoked. And what this officer should have done, she gave answers. He should have issued her a ticket, and she would have gone on her way. And sadly, that did not happen.
Carmen Rowe and LaDoris Cordell, thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you. Programming note, we will be joined tomorrow by Sandra Bland's sister Sharon and her lawyer. Up next, a teenager uses a drone to fire a gun.